keep the YouTube comments one.
Right, welcome back everyone. We're up and running once again. An absolute shit show that this first thing has been, but don't worry about it. We are here, we're back. It is 7 minutes and 10 seconds played. Everton have the ball on the right-hand side. Iwobi looks to cut inside, deflected. That looked like a handball there. Yeah, and it's been flagged for that. Chris Pajak, just what we've been, in terms of what we've seen so far. Richarlison, good efforts, just wide of the post while we've had the little break.
Yeah, it looked like Alisson made a good save down low to his left-hand side there, didn't it? But you saw Richarlison talk in, before the game mentioned that would be the type of area. Obviously, it came from, I think, a poor Fabinho header, so a little bit of a mistake. But, as we went down, I was explaining that, and I'm sure everybody will have seen it by now, we're 7 minutes 45 into the game. The Minamino has started over on that right-hand side, Mane over on that left-hand side, and Firmino up top. The only other bit of note that gives me encouragement so far is that Liverpool really pressed them well from a goal kick, and we ended up winning the ball back.
Yeah, absolutely. So Liverpool have a throw in there deep on the left-hand side, level with the edge of the 18-yard box. Milner takes it, looks for the feet of Firmino, just blocked away, but it is back to Milner. Now Sadio Mane, is he onside? He is. Run behind from Firmino, cut back. Well cut out there before it could reach the feet of Takumi Minamino. Everton living dangerously at the moment. Firmino, that's not one from the training ground there, Chris.
No, he's definitely thrown that in and out of play.
Yeah, it's incredible to get the amount of curl on that. That's obviously something that's been worked on by Thomas Gronemark to put a level of spin on the ball, completely unnecessary. Anyway, contested header for Fabinho now. Milner heavily involved in this last minute or so. He's managed to Cruyff two men and win a throw-in. Genius. Mane, plays over across. Trent can't get in on the overlap. He's going to have to do a little bit of defensive work. Get back now. Is this that lad?
That's brilliant from Fabinho there.
Oh, look at this. Little give and go. Takumi Minamino. He's had a go! High, wide, and actually pretty handsome from Takumi Minamino there. Good to see first involvement from him. That'll do his confidence. No end of good, Chris.
Yeah, we'll do.
Let's throw some
really
cliches in.
To be honest with you.
That's miles wide.
What do you say, Tom? Yeah, so it's 9 minute 24, 9 minute 25, 26, 27, and Everton are about to take another short goal kick. That's an interesting one, isn't it, with the centre half literally in Pickford's pocket. Makes a change.
Pickpockets, if you will.
Right.
I mean, we talked about it off air just briefly, that it works in Liverpool's favour. I think teams playing out for the back, we're a team that's very used to doing that. And it could
just shits himself Pickford every time.
With a goalkeeper like that as well, Chris, that could be something. I mean, look, if they can get it right, and they're going to have to get it right eventually if they want to play like that, but it fills me with confidence.
And it should do. I mean, look, Pickford is always shit in his pants. And he's not a good kicker of the football anyway.
And he struggles to wipe as well with such little arms.
I can imagine he's a back smearer.
In fact, it might be time to remind ourselves of the problem with their goalkeeper. He's only got little arms. He has only got little arms. Don't forget that.
Look where Trent's positioning is up here on the right.
Yeah, interesting. Minamino.
It was Hendo.
For that Hendo supporter, Minamino into feet. He's turned. Little give and go for Firmino. Oh, he just couldn't get it out of his feet. Minamino there. And Liverpool seems to have won a free kick. Richarlison's gone down, presumably with embarrassment at having labelled Van Dijk not the best centre-half in the world. He's smiling now. He realises what a tit he made of himself with those comments.
Right, we're coming up on 11 minutes, so it's 10:55. 10:56, 10:57, 10:58, 10:59, 11. 11 minutes straight.
Yeah, people saying we're about 30 seconds behind on the actual stream. So yeah, if you do just want to get synced up, then please do, by all means, feel free to do that. It's a free kick to Liverpool then. How far out would you say that was, Chris?
Yeah, it looks just far enough for Trent.
Just far enough.
I fancy Trent here, and I fancy Minamino to get a goal now.
Yeah.
I really do.
Here
now, is this... I mean, we've been hankering for Virgil van Dijk territory. I know I can see him on the edge of the box there. I'm thinking Trent Alexander-Arnold, they'll move the ball, they'll move the wall.
Flick over the top, try to be clever. He's tried to be too clever there, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Jordan Henderson remonstrates with whoever's job it was to be there and failed to be there, and rightly so. But yeah, good to see... Good to see Trent Alexander-Arnold back in action there. And one surprising feature I've noticed of the Premier League's return so far, Chris, is how many Premier League footballers have expert barbers in and amongst their social bubble inside their house. I
think I've been considering this quite a lot, and I would guess that they basically asked for a team barber.
Oh, right.
And every team's just decided to have one extra person in their bubble, and it's the barber, and he's getting paid
and
absolute dollar.
How much of a slap in the face is it to that barber, the people who haven't had their haircut, therefore? Because Trent's clearly not had his haircut. No. He's just decided, nah, you're all right, mate. But to be fair, we've both had, our wives have both had good goes at ours while we've been.
She had a fucking good go, all right. She didn't do very well, but she had a good go.
Anyway, hack clear. Fabinho wins the battle with Richarlison, but only succeeds in kicking up in the air. Fabinho, he's been quite wild so far in his tackles. It's the second time he's left one in on Calvert-Lewin. I mean, not that I'm complaining, Chris, but it is something to watch out for. No. He is Liverpool's most booked player in the league this season. 5 yellow cards.
Look, I think right now this is what Liverpool need to do. You can see Matip's got the ball at his feet, Paul. We're 13 minutes in, and Liverpool needs to just calm this down a little bit. The ball's been going up and down a little bit too much for us. Fabinho's been in too much of the action. We need to take the ball off Everton, do what we're doing now, and start to play our football. Because what they've managed to do with this so far is suck us into a derby game. Yeah. And you can almost imagine the Goodison crowd liking this style of football. We need to keep our foot on the ball, move the ball around, get that ball out to Hendo, and then take it on from there.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, Jordan Henderson on the right-hand side. Little give and go there with Trent Alexander-Arnold. Minamino has peeled off into space. Now back out to Fabinho on the edge. 35 yards from goal or so. Ooh, tried to be a little too clever there. Henderson made the run in beyond. Trent just couldn't quite pick him out, and Henderson gives a withering look to Trent Alexander-Arnold there. It's been a bit loose so far, really, hasn't it, Chris? I mean, we've seen a couple of really nice touches. Mane very early on, playing some keepy-ups and what have you, but kind of following what we saw in the Man City-Arsenal game. You can see the talent there, but it's just, again, just a little loose so far from both teams.
As I say, mate, yeah, I think you're right. I think Liverpool just need to put the foot on the ball. But when
we're the guys, Minamino lets it run and it breaks clear.
We're the team who's looked the best so far. Obviously, Richarlison's had that one shot. I think we've both had a couple of shots each now. But we've had slightly more of the ball, 53 passes to 48 so far, and 12 of ours have been in the attacking third to 3 of theirs.
Just seen the King managed to get in, really, lifting his mask up there for what may well have been a little pick of the nose. When you've got to pick your nose, your mask's not going to get in the way there, really, is it?
And those positions quite interesting, though. He's pulling out to this right-hand side a lot, isn't he?
Yep. Absolutely. Right, let us know in the comments. We need a song. What Liverpool song would you like? Do you want an Everton song? In fact, let's just remind ourselves before while we crack on, as Liverpool play the ball around the back, how long it's been since Everton last won a trophy.
1995, 1995, you have one trophy, you have one trophy, you have one trophy. It's
1995. Liverpool build up down the left-hand side here. Oh, Naby Keita's got it on the edge. He tries the little back heel.
Since 1995.
Richarlison looks to break. Calvert-Lewin's trying to get him beyond. He's still going, Richarlison. Jordan Henderson does well, toe-to-toe with him, just slowing up the Brazilian. Now, here's Alex Iwobi on that right-hand side. Inside to Tom Davies. Richarlison, back to Davies. In the middle there to Andre Gomez, all the way across to the left-hand side. Lucas Digne, he's tried the cross, he's floated it up, and it is out for a goal kick.
I'll tell you what the mad thing for me is, decent little football from Everton there, but, you mentioned about the barbers before, Paul. Where did the printers fucking come from? Every Premier League club's got these massive printed banners all the way around each and every stand. what, like, I can't even get a fucking haircut, but you can get fucking, what's that, 50 foot by 40 foot banners printed.
Yeah, there's that's the reason why we haven't managed to get anything printed for the front of this table. That's the only reason. They're all busy making banners. Yeah, 100%. Nothing to do with the fact that we ran out of time. Anyway, Jordan Henderson down the right hand side is Minamino, very deep, heading back towards his own goal to Trent Alexander-Arnold. He looks up, he's looking for a pass. He's remonstrating with Fabinho. Didn't give him the passing option. Liverpool play along the back four and all the way over now to Naby Keita. You're right, Chris. It's interesting because you're seeing the same Naby there, very wide. The two midfielders in Henderson. Here we go. Minamino central. He's got Henderson over on the right hand side. He shifted to him. He's got no support. Trent. He's going to whip this. To the feet of Minamino. Can he turn his man? Fires it into the ankles. It's still on though. Henderson's going to look for the ball. Inside to Trent. Corner of the 18-yard box. Close to the back post. Oh, it was too close to the body of Pickford. It would had to have been because, of course, he's only got little arms. He couldn't touch the crossbar. He couldn't touch the crossbar. He couldn't touch the crossbar. He's only got little arms. Indeed. He puts it out there. Big kick. Little. He's got decent sized legs to be fair to him. It's going to be a throw in to Liverpool. Excellent. Carlo Ancelotti, look, you mentioned it before. Very, very cool. Very, very, very Italian there. He is. Silver Fox.
He's looking good, mate. He's looking very good.
James Milner with the throw in there on the left hand side. Big throw back there. Virgil van Dijk's going to take it. He's going to be under a little bit of pressure from Calvert-Lewin, but that's fine. Comfortably plays the ball to Joel Matip, who strides forward. Oh, I've missed these.
I have missed that.
The barnstorming Matip run, cut short, they're curtailed. What he's meant to do is get to the edge of the 18-yard box and then kick it really hard towards one of our own men who are confused by what he's doing. But maybe we'll see that later in the game. A little bit of ring rust there from Joel Matip.
Again, I know we're playing over on the left-hand side now, but that right-hand side, Henderson, Minamino, and Trent Alexander-Arnold seems to be where Liverpool's main focus is going to be here, isn't it?
Big header from Joel Matip. And it's gone all the way to Alex Iwobi in the right-back position. He's panicked. Oh, he's panicked big time. He's lost his head, and he's smashed it all the way down to Alisson Becker. Fabinho. Liverpool just playing it around comfortably, calmly from the back here. Joel Matip out at the right-hand side. Trent Alexander-Arnold. He needs support, though. Good ball, left-footed into the middle. Fabinho over to the left to Naby Keita. What can he conjure up here? Out to the left again. Milner. Mane. Liverpool just looking good here, Chris. Just working it round. And then we immediately give the ball away. Curse to the commentator.
No, it is, but look, there's 5-6 bodies there, and it looks like Milner's going to sort that situation out, I think.
Oh, we've got a man down injured. Richarlison. That looks a nasty one there. He's clutching his knee, and it's going to be a booking for James Milner, who looks surprised. Liverpool's bench look on absolutely in shock and amusement.
He fucking clattered him there.
James Milner, let's see that again. He goes in. He takes out 2 men. That is classic Milner.
Yeah, and he's fucking done him there. Brilliant.
I think his eyes are on the ball there, though, Chris.
Yeah, but he knew where the man was.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. There's no doubt that he's meant to foul Richarlison.
I can close my eyes and slap you. Like, I've got no problems with that. Like, James Milner's an elite sportsman. He can do exactly the same. But that is a little bit of a concern, picking up a yellow card this early on into the fixture, especially when Andy Robertson's not on the bench there. I think, Joe Gomez is obviously the option at left back if it does continue to be a little bit of a tasty game. But right now, Jordan Pickford's actually completed a pass, which is probably the first time in 3 months he's done that.
Absolutely incredible. And as Everton pass it around the back, we've had a comment here.
What's on? Yeah, no problem. So it's 20:04, 20:05, 06, and Liverpool are off down that right-hand side.
Minamino's got it inside the box. Pulled back for offside. Anyway, Surab Patel asked for the Virgil van Dijk song, and you ask and you shall receive, sir. Watching defence, and we watch him score. There's a couple here that side pulled from your vlogs. We've had to. If we're in a good mood later on, I'll play Fields of Anfield Road. It's spectacular.
As long as it's not You'll never walk alone, mate, because that could, nobody can do that.
It's got a vocal range to it.
Milner's taking his throw-in so fast now, looking to take advantage of Everton.
Absolutely, man. He flicked it on. Everton. Oh, counter-attack is on if we can hit it. Sadio Mane. Oh, he just couldn't weave it into his spell there. Overruns. Keep your suggestions coming in the comments. If you are a Redmen TV member, you can sign up and you can get access to the exclusive emotes. In fact, if you remember right now, for example, we've got Reece Stewart in the chat right now who is a member. Spam a few of the emotes in there so we can have a little look at them.
The funniest one that I saw was when the stream went down, someone used the oh no emote.
In fact, what we've got...
To be fair, me and Paul were pissing ourselves laughing at that, but Paul...
Yeah, here we go. Right back there, Seamus Coleman plays it inside for Tom Davies. Let me see if I can actually get this one in. Yeah, there we go. There's the oh no one. Right, so Alisson Becker's got it all the way back there. Trent Alexander-Arnold picks it up. He's well pressed there, so he has to go inside to Fabinho. Fabinho cushions it and back to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool not taking, there's no rush from Liverpool, which is good to see. I think, Chris, what was typified Liverpool's, play this season more than any was that they're happy to be on the ball. They're happy not to rush games because they know it'll come if they play their own game.
Absolutely, and I think we've just seen it there. Jordan Henderson's just started. He was in that right wing position again. It was actually more of a front four just before the ball went out for a throw in or drinks break, isn't it? And Henderson's taken up that position quite a lot now. They're looking for the overlap over on that right hand side, and I haven't seen enough from Everton to suggest that they're going to stop that in any way, shape or form. So when we do start to play the ball to the left hand side, I imagine that the big switch is going to be on for Liverpool, because Henderson really is vacating that space in the middle of the park, and he's leaving that to Fabinho and Naby Keita to sort of marshal at the moment. But this drinks break, it's so strange, isn't it? I mean,
I think it adds to the pre-season vibe of it, which I know there's scientific reasons for it, but it does. I think I don't know. It makes you. It reminds you that you're not watching.
Yeah, exactly. I think now's probably a good time to take a little look at maybe some of the influence stuff. I don't know whether, Tom, you can still get my iPad screen up and running or anything like that. Is it actually right? It's not mirroring at the moment, so I'll mirror it now for you, mate. But now's a good time to look at the stats as any. I think when we look at the player influence, I just need to make sure that it's actually going to be on the screen when I press play button here. So I'm just waiting for that.
You got it, Tom? Okay.
Oh, don't worry, mate. It's not a problem. But
well, I'll tell you what. While we're doing, we had a request for the Bobby song come in from.
It's on the screen now. Okay, so
that's finished.
So we've got the player influence here, and you can see the player names themselves. Trent Alexander-Arnold is larger. James Milner is larger. Matip as well. They're the players that have had the most influence. Obviously, Coleman and Keane for Everton. But if we just play it, we'll see actually where they're having their influence. So obviously, Milner ranging up and down that left-hand side. We'll just play it again one more time. Trent on the right-hand side. And Henderson really high up, just behind Minamino. And the game's got started. The random thing for me on the water break stuff, Paul. Why the fuck don't they stop the game clock?
Yeah.
Because I was looking. That's why you end up with like 11 minutes at a time.
Yeah.
It's like, hang on a minute, boys. Yeah. There's an easy way to solve this.
Yeah. 100%, yeah. Just stop the game clock, but then you enter into a whole new way. Maybe they have to create new graphics, or it's another person's job. Anyway, yes, we had a request from Eric Forbes and Harry Twat for the Bobby song. So can we get the Bobby song next? As Everton look to attack here, let's just see this one. Trent Alexander-Arnold
before you do that, let's just have a little sync up. 24, 45, 24, 46, 47, 48, 49, 24, 50.
Amazing. Here we go. See there, Takumi Minamino's going to knock it down the line, kicking it away. That's what you like to see. A little bit of gamesmanship in there, kicking it away casually away from Lucas Digne, who's got the ball on this left-hand side, and just inside the Liverpool half, strolling forward, throws it in there. Yeah, and that's going to go straight out for another Everton throw-in. Keep suggestions coming in for songs as we go. We've got some fun stuff as well, which we'll do along the way. But yeah, don't forget as well, if you're watching, drop a like on the video. If you're enjoying the follow along as well, make sure that you share it. Share it on Twitter, share it on Facebook, whatever you fancy doing. That would be greatly appreciated. Anyway, Everton still in the throwing position. It's the third on the bounce. Will he try to do something different this time? Andre Gomez on the volley, clears it all the way back there into the centre-back position and out to the right-back for Everton. And Seamus Coleman, was that turning down? He's carried on his run. Iwobi inside to Tom Davies. Iwobi again. Back once again. Everton just can't find a way through this Liverpool side at the moment. So, and then credit to them. We're calling this, good control of the game. What the fucking hell was that? Big ball from Mason Holgate to absolutely no one, but effectively for a Liverpool
He's not
throw-in.
even passing it to someone in the fucking crowd because there isn't one. What the fuck's he playing at there, the idiot? I mean, I'm happy, don't get me wrong, but my word. Can I just point out as well, Pickford had a worse lockdown beard than me.
Yeah. Did he? Yeah, has he?
Pathetic.
Has he shaved it off? Or is he? Oh, that's a little back heel. It should be a free kick. No, we see play on there. Roberto Firmino, he's not really got the support there from Milner, so they do go back. And that advantage really doesn't work out to Liverpool's favour there. Alisson Becker out to Joel Matip. Matip striving forward. He wants to hit that big diagonal, but he plays within himself. Into Trent, and Trent again. Nothing on for him ahead, so he goes all the way back again. It's, I don't think either team is prepared to overcommit to this game just yet, Chris. I think we've seen a lot of this in these games so far. First half an hour, teams just really just getting themselves back up to speed.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the other thing is, I have confidence that Liverpool are going to have the better fitness levels anyway than Everton. So why waste your energy this part of the game? When there should be a bit of an advantage for you a little bit later on. What I am impressed with, other than Minamino in an attacking sense, as we see Henderson and Trent on that right hand side again. Look at Minamino, he's looking for the ball. Is Minamino's work in blocking passing lanes. Just before Holgate played that big ball to nobody in the crowd, Minamino actually changed direction and moved back slightly to block a passing lane off, which was pretty good. Again, not something, I'm not saying that I didn't know he could do it, but I've not seen him do it often enough to know.
Yeah, and that's part and parcel of the training and stuff. That's one of the reasons, and one of the things that Klopp demands from his players is getting them up to speed with what they need to do. It's not just a case of you go on the pitch and you run around a bit. You've got to know exactly. There's far more to your role, as we see Minamino actually get a little bit lost in the in possession there, or in his position on the pitch. Anyway, Fabinho has the ball again. Centre mid, going to play it over to Virgil van Dijk. Back to Fabinho. Back to Joel Matip. Liverpool just slowly building up. You can see Virgil van Dijk playing a much higher line now, just a bit further up, more near the halfway line. Jordan Henderson looks to whip it, and that will be a corner to the mighty Reds. Who is that? Is that a linesman?
It's definitely not good. It's a handball.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's handball
then, rather than a corner. It means Trent Alexander-Arnold is going to pick this up. He's going to take this. He's going to eye it up. So it's a corner of the 18-yard box.
I'd be putting this above Pickford.
Stand it up, like.
Yeah, why not? Make sure that you put it in a position where he wants to come out. Edge of the 6-yard box. Where he wants to come out for the ball.
Yeah.
And I think Trent's just give the peace sign to everybody. That's right, lad.
Clearly got something worked there. Milner's over it with Trent as well. It's definitely going to be Trent to take this.
Oh, it's got to be. I'm just eyeing up Minamino's position, and I'm just wondering what's going on there. Oh, look at that. They tried to delay
run
it.
From Milner to the back. It down. Oh, Joel Matip. He got a contact on the ball. He wheels away. He's disgusted with himself. First decent chance to the Reds. Didn't quite work out in the movements, but a good downward header.
But again, they just, Henderson's run started Everton's back line moving. It was so we I don't know whether that was meant or not, but Henderson's run certainly made everybody shit themselves, and then it was about Matip getting to the ball first, which he did, and then it was whether he had a 50p head or not. Unfortunately, he did.
Yeah, quite clearly a 50p shaped head for Joel Matip, which is unfortunate. Oh, Everton, I always wonder this, is that a lack of confidence or is it a game plan? I always feel like it's a goalkeeper throwing the baby out with the bathwater when they opt to go long.
Man City have done this for a while now, where they keep the players in their positions, and I think it works well because, if you got a team and normally the keeper does this and they push them up and all that type of stuff, what ends up happening is you end up with every player within about 30 yards radius of one another, and that just means it's a bit more of a lottery. It's harder to win the ball. So if you're doing that, Liverpool are defending 100 yards of the pitch. If they boot the ball up and hit Calvert-Lewin on the head there, you've got a better chance, I think, of one of your players coming down with the ball in a little bit of space and being able to pick off a pass. So
yeah,
you know, I'm not against that, but you know, when it's Pickford, I also think you're right. He shit the bed.
Well, Jurgen Klopp remonstrating on the touchline there. Anthony Taylor, I think that is, who
it's tough to tell.
Just makes you really, really on edge.
Be any bald man with a fucking mask on that.
Yeah, it's hard to tell without him catastrophically cocking up a refereeing performance. It's hard to differentiate him from most of the bald officials.
Oh, God.
Oh, headed in! Ooh, little moment there for Everton. Richarlison got his head on it. It's clearly over the crossbar. Alisson Becker probably, he comfortably had that covered, didn't he? I mean, 2 men offside there. It's interesting. You've noticed. I don't know if you've noticed this, Chris, from the football return. There's a lot of clubs who have come back playing the high line that we've been playing all season from set pieces. City do it anyway, but I noticed a couple of other teams, and I wonder whether it's, you know, we stood out, I think, for a lot, and we received a lot of like odd comments of like, oh, I'm not really sure about this, etc., etc. But I think by and large, with a couple of exceptions, I think it's worked pretty well for us since we've introduced it.
Paul, it's a copycat league, mate.
Yeah. Minamino getting stuck in.
And it always has been. You know, it's why everyone played 4-4-2. Then Mourinho came in with his 4-3-2-1 or whatever it was, and it changed. And Benitez and all that. It's a copycat league, and whoever's at the top, whoever's playing well, people are going to copy it. You think we've got an advantage with it, so why aren't other teams? And then it's for the defences to try and stop that. And right now, we're the number one team in this league, so everyone will be copying everything that we do.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's interesting. I think it was Gary Neville on commentary as Everton. Firmino looks to put them under pressure. Tom Davies is under pressure. Oh, Firmino just couldn't get that touch coming from the other way, and Everton hack it clear down the pitch. And it's going to be a Liverpool throw-in.
You know, I know Mo Salah missed a little bit of training and stuff like that, but obviously you see the Wolves game yesterday and Adama Traore coming off the bench. I wonder if that's in the back of Jurgen Klopp's mind in this game. Lucas Digne coming in 70 minutes, playing off against Minamino, and then someone like Mo Salah with his pace comes on.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's what Liverpool are maybe thinking about.
I thought you were taking that down the transfer route there, but no, I think you're right. Look, the point about all this is Klopp backs his squad. The Minamino
Our kids have beat these.
Well, exactly, Chris. And, you know, as we see Dominic Calvert-Lewin challenge for head and lose out to Joel Matip there and hooked up the field by Fabinho to Minamino. Sorry, we'll just see this ball out for a throw-in. It's out. That ball has crossed the line. Out. Wow. Okay, we play on. Oh, Minamino wins it back. Jordan Henderson striding forward here. Ball into Mane. Little flick around the side. Firmino. Bobby Firmino! He scuffed it wide of the right-hand post. Left-footed shot from Roberto Firmino. Good chance. First big real chance. I know we've had the Matip header, but that's the first Liverpool, I think, really crafted chance of the game so far, Chris.
Yeah, and that's it. It's all comes from Minamino winning the ball back there quick off Andre Gomez, I think it was. And then Henderson plays a great ball, puts a lot of trust in Sadio Mane, and Mane just flicks the ball around the corner to Fabinho. I think Firmino actually had a man over on the left-hand side. I think Naby Keita maybe had done the overlap there. Obviously, I've only seen it back, not seen it back enough to be able to tell you conclusively, but it looked like Keita was there. Maybe Bobby was thinking the defender would go with him, and it opened up. As the shot fizzed past the post, you realise that the defender in front of Bobby Firmino got himself into quite a good position anyway. But with 34 minutes in 5 seconds, 34, 6, 7, 8, 9, 34, 10 for anyone who's trying to sync up with us.
Absolutely, and because he had the chance, let's give Bobby another little belter. A good first real Liverpool doing what they do, and you can see it there. Minamino getting stuck in, Henderson getting stuck in, Firmino getting stuck in. Really interesting there, Chris. Firmino only has 8 goals this season for us in the Premier League, all of them away from home.
It's mad, that, isn't it? It's just such a crazy thing, and there's no rhyme or reason for it. Not that I can see anyway.
The thing that I think is really interesting about this, because people are talking about Firmino not scoring enough goals. 8 in the league, 7 assists. 7 assists is his joint best. He's never had more than 7 assists in the league for us since joining us. So he's on, he's having a Firmino season in that regard. Hold on. Ball inside there, roll back there at Richarlison. Couldn't get a proper strike on it, and it's cleared away. Firmino very deep there, looking to ignite things. Naby Keita. Firmino's making a run through the middle. Ball into Henderson. Henderson strides forward past Andre Gomez. He needs a runner. He needs something to do. He's looked for the back post. That's unlucky. It was a nice idea from Henderson.
think he was trying to hit Trent there, and he didn't quite get under it enough.
Absolutely. But yeah, Firmino, his lowest ever in the league is 10. It's 10. He scored 12 last season. So, a couple of goals for Firmino, and all of a sudden, any criticisms I think are a bit. He's having a reasonable season.
Sorry, who's criticising him?
Well, I think a lot of people are saying he's not scoring enough goals this season. Has been the criticism of kind of about Firmino's performances
from Liverpool fans.
I think from Liverpool fans, and I think from the wider media as well.
Yeah, I understand why the wider media are doing it, but the fact of the matter is, before today we were 22 points clear, and we've been scoring goals. I think we're either first or second highest scorers in the league. Does it matter? Do you get more points for a centre forward scoring goals, Paul, or something? Because as far as I'm aware, you don't. So it's about the 11 lads that are on the pitch or the squad, and it's about the lad there scoring goals. And as long as the team's working, the team's winning, the team's scoring goals, everyone else can kiss me fucking hoop. As far as I'm concerned.
Trent Alexander-Arnold, he was looking for that ball. He was looking to ignite it. The ball just very well cut out. Everton are doing a good job of limiting Trent's supply line. And let's be honest, Chris, if you were gonna set up against Liverpool, when teams have caused us the most issues, it has been when they've stopped Trent from getting deep, from getting clear space to make passes, and that's one of the things that we need to improve a little bit.
Absolutely, and one of the ways that sorry to keep beating the drum here, but that's why Henderson's playing over on that right hand side. Because if you put a second body over there, all of a sudden you need another man to come back and do that. But right now, I think Everton have settled into this game a little bit. Paul, and you see them, that Anthony Gordon there, number 42.
All through there. Virgil van Dijk's read that one as he does.
That's the space that Trent's left. That's what we said that they'd look to try and target. He's not ginger, really, is he?
No, I mean he's as ginger as you are, Chris.
Yeah, so he's not.
Sad. Okay. Fabinho getting stuck in there with Dominic Calvert-Lewin. They tried a little reverse ball. He looked offside, if I'm honest, but yeah. Has it been pulled back? I think it might have been. The Gordons look lively so far, for them, to be fair. First time I've known he literally exists. So that's something. Keep your comments coming in. Don't forget to use your emotes. Don't forget you can sign up to a Redmen membership if you want to use the custom emojis, and a tier 2 subscription gets you access to the final word show for this and for the midweek game against Crystal Palace as well. Normally just on the redmentv.com, but you can get it on YouTube memberships now as well. So if you want more analysis and you want access to custom emotes, then you can by joining the Redmen memberships. Foul. I look like a foul. Sadio Mane's having a little bit of a laugh there. He's had the Mane do restored. It feels like his powers have come back with it as well. I never really thought about Sadio Mane's hairline until it all started to very much grow at the back of his head. Anyway, ball flicked into the middle. I mean, terrible camera work there. Horrendous camera work from Sky. Yeah, but all the same. Well, it's actually not even terrible camera work. It's terrible directing from the Sky team. But we'll leave with that. Yes, if you want songs played, please do leave them in the comments. Please do leave them in the comments on these, and we'll get through them as well as we can while we do it. You know what? We haven't had a Mane yet. Let's give a bit of Sadio. Firmino here.
These two look like they're playing off each other quite well.
Firmino looks to ping that. It's just a little bit loose so far.
Bit of ring rust. Should a re-give started instead of Minamino, says Sean Ganguly.
Yeah, super chat in from Sean Ganguly. Yeah, should a re-give started instead of Minamino, Chris?
I'll tell you at the end of the game, bud.
It's an interesting shout, but I wonder, again, a lot of this comes down to who's... what a turn, Mane! He's skinned Seamus Coleman. He's into haul to the ground there.
Shithouse.
Terrible tackle. Yellow card is brandished.
It's a fucking beard now.
Liverpool will have a free kick here.
Onto the ref's beard.
Yeah, he's looking all right. He does a little bit like a paedophilic geography teacher, but it's working for him.
It's Schofield.
Wait, what?
Geography teacher.
Oh yeah, no, you can't. That's slander, Chris.
He's probably dead.
Michael Keane there picks up the yellow card for the Blues. He's going to line up in the wall. It's an interesting opportunity, probably too far out to have a go.
Nah.
But Jordan Henderson has laid the ball down. Do you reckon that will be specific?
Yes. Yeah. They're two OCD footballers. The player, it's this easy. Whoever puts the ball down last takes the free kick. it's now Trent.
And Trent's moved. Okay, that's interesting. Just
Pickford doesn't look like he's in great position there.
Henderson. Oh, he's done me there. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Oh, the keeper spilled it. Oh, and he's gathered it at the second attempt.
Footballers are dumb if they don't know it's the last person to put it down.
Yeah, absolutely. But look at that.
That's a great free kick.
What's that angling into the bottom corner?
That's a poor beard.
Yeah, he's got a little lockdown goatee going on. Small arms and lockdown goatee. Everton looking a bit panicky there, playing out from the back. They don't seem perfectly comfortable. It has actually worked out for them, all being said. Calvert-Lewin's tracking back, but he's played himself into a spot of danger. Henderson goes and reads it, and it will be a throw.
Milner come down then.
Joe Gomez coming on.
Milner went down injured, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's the end of James Milner's game. Joe Gomez is coming on. Oh my days! Yeah, for someone, people commenting, Akinwole there. Yeah, the match clock, the match clock will return for the second half. We've had what can only be described as technical issues so far.
That's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah, it's a very nice way of putting it. I thought so. We might even be able to get the super chats up if we can, if we've got time over half time.
Let's not push it.
Let's not. Just getting a little laugh in my ear from Tom there in the gallery. Yeah.
The videos will work. Good, because I need a piss.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, 41 minutes and 55 seconds there. We're closing in on half time. There'll obviously be a couple of minutes of stoppage time added for not just for the drinks break, but also now for James Milner going on. Because that's a real blow. I think James Milner started this game really, really well as well.
He did, first 5 minutes, certainly. After that, I'm not so sure. Nothing really stands out to me, but again, I'd love to know what's wrong with Andy Robertson, because we mentioned it 20 minutes in, 19 minutes in when Milner picked up his yellow card. Gomez was the option at left back, and it's not an option that's conducive to us playing good football down the left-hand side, let's be honest, is it? So now Everton are going to know that we're going to try and focus down that right-hand side, and it might make things a little bit easier for Everton to sort of halt that from our point of view.
Well, I completely agree. As we see Jordan Henderson very, very deep here on the right-hand side, just allowing Trent to play further up the pitch, and that might be a first indication of kind of what we're seeing already, us doubling down on that right hand flank. Little 1-2 there between Henderson and Trent Alexander-Arnold, and a big switch over to Virgil. Probably needs to just get Joe Gomez on the ball, just let him have a touch.
No, do you know Henderson was playing at the top of his game before obviously the season was interrupted, but he was playing in that sixth position mostly, wasn't he? What we've missed is Henderson being on the ball in the first 43 minutes of this game, and it's 43-20 now, by the way, for anyone who's looking to catch up. Fabinho hasn't had the ball, Paul, or almost at all. Well, so does it feel like we're a man down in our passing game because of that?
That's an interesting point. Joel Matip plays it out to Alexander-Arnold on the right-hand side. Yeah, Fabinho's just playing a function in the role. He's had lots of touches, but he's not doing much.
That's brilliant.
1-2. Naby Keita, edge of the box. He's played in. Sadio Mane. Still Mane cuts it down. Minamino! Block, great block challenge there to deny Takumi Minamino the goal, and Liverpool pick it up deep on that left-hand side. Once again, back to Van Dijk, and yeah, Chris, that was a wonderful build-up.
It was much better football again. Started with Henderson coming deep, getting the ball, and then we picked our way through. Minamino, great little ball to Mane. Mane back to Minamino, and his first touch just took him away from goal slightly, and he had to, really pivot his body around the ball before he was able to take the shot off. And at that point, unfortunately, one of the defenders was able to get in the way and get a good block away. 44-21.
Absolutely. Jordan Henderson then playing a little bit deeper once again, just looking to orchestrate things. I think you're dead right there, Chris. I think it's a great point. Jordan Henderson and the appearances that he's made this season. He made 24. This is his 26th appearance in the league for us. He's played 10 of those at DM. And, obviously most of that will have been the clutch after Fabinho was injured in the Christmas, January and onward period. I think you're right. I think we were at our best pretty much in the season in that period.
We were. When he went in there, everyone was worried about how we'd get through 8 weeks or so, 6 to 8 weeks without Fabinho. And he slot in there. It looks like it's a muscle injury. And again, that's probably, looks tense as fuck, that, doesn't it? Can you see that? Jesus, that's tight as fuck.
Could be hamstring that if it's going up the back of his shorts for Milner. That's not great for someone, of course, of his advanced
years.
Yeah. Just for
5 years younger than me.
Yeah, I know. For a footballer, like I wouldn't be. You know, if we did that, we wouldn't even get it. We wouldn't last 2 minutes.
I've never last 2 minutes.
Yes, there we go. You're doing a nice, calm, reflective thing. You gotta get a sexual innuendo there. Unknown with the super chat there, €5. Thank you so much. This is great. But is it still second to Chris teaching us how to cook while looking after his lovely kiddies? Great Corona family entertainment. Yeah, go and check out the Chris Pajak YouTube channel for more of that. Go on, Bobby! Oh, didn't drop to Firmino. Pickwood live and alert. And he has got that low kick out. He's a big fan of that.
Well done,
Alisson Becker sweeps up.
Well done.
Oh, and Naby Keita's fault. Oh, Naby Keita has just turned Andre Gomez inside out. He's got a pass into Henderson. Henderson out wide now to Joe Gomez. Gomez switches it back inside to Fabinho. Maybe we got a bit more 4-2-3-1 here, maybe, Chris, because Henderson has been playing very central for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, Keita, obviously Keita's pushed up front at the moment. You can see him almost in the number 9 position.
Oh, he's a barnstorming Matip. Oh, no. Yeah, it sounds.
See where Keita is in the number 9? But he wasn't. He was on the left-hand side of the 3 just 30 seconds ago or something, so... maybe this is just down to
drops the shoulder, tries to go past Calvert-Lewin. Good little move. Van Dijk's still going. He's on the overlap. Silly. That's a ball we all play on Pro Evo and FIFA because he's made the run, so therefore he must get the pass.
Minamino was looking for the ball there, pointing at his feet, and he wanted it in that number 10 position almost, and that was the right ball, unfortunately.
You don't want to be the man to tell Van Dijk he made a run for no reason, do you? That's the problem.
I'm not arsed, I would.
yeah, all right.
Well, but to be honest, Paul, he'd look at me and go, you couldn't have played the pass anyway, so what's the point in the time?
Yeah, absolutely.
At half-time, yeah.
Here we go, half-time, whistle blows. It is Liverpool 0, Everton 0. Everton had an early chance there with Richarlison. That was a push wide from Alisson Becker. James Milner, of course, has gone down with an injury. Joe Gomez coming on for him. Liverpool have had the better. I think they've grown into the game. A couple of decent chances as the half went on from Joel Matip to Kumi Minamino with one blocked as well. But yes, we are going to be taking a short break. We'll be back with some half-time analysis. Go and get yourselves a drink. I'm going to talk until Tom gives me the okay in here. And yes, we'll be back with half-time analysis. Make sure you drop a like on the video before then. Keep your comments coming. Let us know what songs and stuff you want in the comments. And we'll be back with you in a moment.
Wow. What was that?
What about scuff crosses in all season?
Not bad.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Excellent, man. We bang a few more headers in, win the league title, sound fair?
If you say so, but you know, we'll see how the season will.
Something about thousands of Liverpool fans with flares and beers and chants and songs just changes everything.
Kicking the receipt?
Yeah.
Fucking chance.
So all the rest was very exciting.
I'm down here, I can't get up. Did you get the footage of that? Yeah?
It's 3-all. The tie, we're level in the tie. What's going on, boys?
I'll think about that when the time comes.
I've got a radical idea. Yeah.
I just wanted to get a general sense of how everyone's feeling, what everyone's going to be up to. Jay, I'll start with you because obviously your season's finished.
Yeah.
And I suppose it's, we had a quick chat before we start recording. It must be slightly difficult for you in the sense of watching football carry on. Are you not being able to do that? Must be so difficult for you.
Do you know what, mate? It's a real blow, especially with you work so hard all year to get where you're in, and then for all of a sudden to have it taken away, but then see other leagues still carry on. That is a difficult thing to take. We kind of had an inkling that was coming because of the financial way that obviously the clubs couldn't run without the support and whatever. But for me, it's a bit of excitement as well. Like I said to you before, it's like just seeing football back on the TV, having something to watch rather than like Sophia the First and Disney films all the time with the kids. You know what I mean?
Sophia the First, mate.
I know all the songs from Baby TV, Inside Out, just throughout that. But no, just to get back to like a little bit of norm. You know what I mean? Like slowly over the last like week or so, like slowly things are coming back to normality, and to it, like you don't realise how big football is in the world to people and what a lot of conversations are about in work, outside of work, leading up to the week or whatever game's coming. Do you know what I mean? So the last week's been really enjoyable to talk about, like the first game back. Oh, come on, what a game it's going to be, and then obviously looking forward. You know what I mean? So for me, it's just about being. And
as a fan, Jay, as well. You know, you said before, Liverpool haven't won the title in your lifetime or any of our lifetimes in that sense. So, you know, I guess as much as it's hard, you can stop and watch Liverpool win the league. Yeah. And relax and enjoy it.
Yeah, of course, mate, and that's what it is. Yeah, making sure that I'm there to watch it, and I'm not like got a game or training or travel anywhere. You know what I mean? I can watch it with like guaranteed to watch it, hopefully with friends if we're allowed, and just, you know what I mean, enjoy the moments. And like you say, it's an experience I never want to forget. So I want to try and make it a special one, and or as special as we're allowed to.
Looking at the clock in the 85th minute. I looked at the clock and I looked at the scoreboard and it says 1-0. And I remember like, okay, come on, 5 more minutes. I hope this is over quickly. 1-0 is not bad. They should have won 4-0. And then, you know, with players like Michael and Robbie, especially in the box, you just need one chance. So to be honest, and it's easy to say afterwards, when we had that free kick, I was like, okay, you see that all the time. People that are maybe the better team that lose on free kicks and corners. You see Man United against Bayern Munich. They had 2 corners. And so it's always a possibility of, okay, well, it's a free kick. At least we have a chance. And then Michael scored the first one. And again, to be honest, I was looking at the clock and I was like, okay, get the extra time, get into penalties. Let's get the penalties now, because I felt confident again. And then, I remember so clearly, like Paddy smashed the ball to the other side of the pitch. Mike started running, and he went a little bit too far to the left. And I remember, like, okay, this is no way. He's with his left foot. He's never. And he took the shot, and then I saw the side net, and I was like, whoa! And it was just the most amazing feeling ever. And I think there was afterwards. Those are the best games. Like you didn't really expect to win, and surprise wins like in 2005, those are the best, and it's better than beating Arsenal 3-0. This is better like this, and I don't care what the Arsenal fans think, but we were there with the trophy afterwards, and it was just their mistake. We had 3 goal line clearances by Sami Hyypiä, and I made a save. They should have scored more.
Yes. Hello, everyone. We're back. It is halftime live. It is Everton 0, Liverpool 0. I am Paul Mitchell. I've got Chris Pajak in the studio with me. If you're enjoying the stream so far, let us know. Make sure you drop a like on it as well. Leave any of your thoughts on things so far in the comments. We'll go through a couple of them in a moment. But Chris, so far, so good, really. I mean, it's not been a brilliant Liverpool performance, but I'm encouraged by the fact that the better created chances have come from us.
Yeah, obviously we had that Richarlison chance early on that we had to weather the storm of course, but then, you know, Firmino gets an opportunity that's fizzed wide. It's well blocked by Keane in the end. I don't think there's an opportunity for that to go into the bottom corner, but, you know, when you look at the stats themselves, Paul, which I'll just get back up in front of me now, we had that Matip chance as well, didn't we, of course? We've had 5 shots to their 3. Each team have had 1 on target. We've had 263 passes to their 108, though. 58 passes in the attacking third to 17 of theirs, as you can see. Interestingly, Everton have got 9 take-ons to our 6, which I find quite interesting. But if I just go and find out where the shots were from, you can see here, most of them were outside the area. Obviously, we've had that 1 chance block from Minamino, which you can see on the right-hand side of your screen, was the Minamino block chance, but Matip's header was the big chance of the half for us, wasn't it? And we've kept Everton at bay, 3 shots, 1 on target for them.
Tom hadn't put any of those graphics up. Go on, Tom. Do it live.
In your face.
Do it live. Not your fault. Thanks very much, John Francis, for the super chat there. Lads, glad you're all well. Take care. You take care as well, mate. All of you take care. How's everyone doing? Where's everyone watching the game? But I'm interested to know where in the world you're watching this from so far. I'm in pleased, Chris, particularly with Minamino's. A few people in the comments actually was being a little bit, I mean, I don't want to say disrespectful, but obviously you had one or two mentioning whether Origi should have started the game. The thing about Divock Origi for me is that his goal returns not as good as people can. I think he's only got 3 in the league for us this season. I like Divock, no disrespect to our Lord and Saviour for all he's done, but there's a degree to which Minamino actually just needs to play. He needs to get in this team, and he needs to play with as many of the good lads as possible.
Absolutely, and I think, considering this is his first real game, as far as I'm concerned, with the first team from the beginning, and a big game against Everton Football Club, big derby, first game back after the COVID break. I'm pretty impressed with what I've seen so far, especially his movement in and off Roberto Firmino. I think that's really important. The fact that they're starting to link up with each other. He's had a couple of shots as well. Obviously, one off target, one blocked from Minamino, but on that right-hand side, he's looked quite at home there, and again, it's not a position I thought he could play. So, he's not Mo Salah on that right-hand side, but nor is he attempting to be. He's playing a different way, isn't he? And what we're seeing so far is an ability to link up play with midfield, and certainly link up with the number 9 in Bobby Firmino.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. We just haven't got you lose Salah's ability to stretch it. If you want to, Salah can play very high and wide, which makes a big difference to, I think. But, Goodison Park's a small pitch. They look to be pretty compact in there as well, looking to cut off you talk about all the time, cut off the passing lane to the feet of the front guys. What we've seen a couple of times, it's not quite worked out for us, is Jordan Henderson might be the extra runner, or Minamino will make those little runs in behind. And in that regard, it makes us we're a bit more intricate, which I think is great, because when it works really well, and we've seen a couple of chances crafted that way. But when you're that intricate in your play, and you're not being as direct as maybe Salah allows you to be, the margins for error are a lot smaller, because you need your touch to be right. It needs to be spot on, and that's maybe just where it's not quite working.
Absolutely, but you think back to that Minamino chance that was blocked. I mean, that was great football. He wins the ball back. Henderson plays the ball through to Mane through to Minamino. It was a poor touch, unfortunately, but that was intricate passing play. And again, the other thing is, and say it's not Mo Salah that's playing there. You think of the pass maps that we look at quite often after Liverpool